Hi guys, Dino Vinyl Times back with another vinyl update. This is vinyl update number 13, I think. So yeah, just going to show you what I've got recently. At the moment we're listening to the Buzzcocks 1978 Love Bites. It's the first time I've had a chance to listen to this, and I really enjoyed it. This is about the second time I played it today. I'm just really digging it. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I really like the sound of it. Obviously I've known of the Buzzcocks, but it's just nice to hear it on vinyl. It's a nice cover. I got this one. I think I've obviously shown it before. This is the embossed one. It has, you can't probably make it out too well there, but it does have the Buzzcocks embossed across the top and Love Bites embossed on the face. Again, you can't really make it out in the video, but it's definitely there. So that's pretty cool. So that's what we're listening to. So first up, couple of 7 inches. So I'll quickly go through these. This weekend just gone, I went up to my wife's family up in Crewe, and of all things I went record shopping with my mother-in-law, just me and her. Basically what it was is basically up in this place called Dagfield near Crewe. It's a massive antiques place, but basically you can hire out little areas to sell your own stuff, so that's what people do, and the company sell it on behalf of people, so people will drop off records or antiques, whatever. And she said, well, let's go up there, you can look at records, I'll look at antiques. I was like, cool, that suits me. So we went up there and yeah, spent all day up there, just sort of, I was rummaging for records, as she was, because she was looking for records. Christmas records, mine, but she was still looking for records, so that was cool by me. So yeah, and this is a few bits that I got. Well, one of them I got from Dagfields was, I've already got this, and I've only shown it just recently, but I found another copy of Joy Division's Love Will Tear Us Apart, the original UK release, 1980. This one's a little bit more battered than the last one, but it's still not too bad. It's not too bad. It doesn't have any stickers on this one, because the last one had a load of stickers on it. So I do have two, and it only cost me like 99p, so I thought I'd get it, because if somebody I think might enjoy it or might want it or hasn't come across it and needs to get it to finish their collection, then I've got it. So if you would like it, as I always say, please get in contact, and you know, it'll be yours. That's what I do. I just thought, well, somebody, I haven't seen a lot of them, and then all of a sudden I just like see 2 of them. So I'm more than happy to give it away to somebody if they really want it, if they're a fan of the music. Yeah, that'd be cool. Just get in contact either on my YouTube channel or the Facebook, YouTube, whatever. Yeah, so that's cool. Next up, I got, well, I was a little bit disappointed with this. This is Ocean Colour Scene, a 7-inch single of Sway, which is their second single off of their Ocean Colour Scene album from 1992. But this single actually came out in 1991. I got this off of eBay, and probably my own problem. Vinyl is in mint condition, unplayed, literally unplayed, and looks good. I just thought it would have had the original, because on eBay they just showed the disc and didn't mention anything about the sleeve or anything. They said it had a sleeve, it just didn't say it was the original sleeve, and unfortunately, as you can tell, this is a plain white sleeve. Yeah, I should have read up really a bit more, maybe asked a few more questions, but it was £1.50. It's a very early mint condition 7-inch. So I mean, I'm happy in some respects to own it, and I can play it, and that's the most important thing. I'm slightly disappointed that it didn't come in the correct sleeve, but a little bit my own fault. Next up, some more Ocean Colour Scene. This was an eBay again. This is 100 Mile High City from 1997. The little mini gatefold on the 7-inch. The CD single is exactly the same as this. All the artwork is exactly the same. It's just in there they have, that's where the CD would be on the little sort of rubbery thing there. It's exactly the same. I have one of these I sent to Will at Mod Central. I know he's got the CD single. So it was cool to get this 7-inch. And they've actually, and this time they've put it in they put the vinyl in. There's the vinyl there. It looks very cool. They put it in a sleeve, and I believe they didn't originally come in any white sleeve. So it's good to think that people are thinking about looking after their records like that. So yeah, that was pretty cool to get that one. Next up, some more Britpop, 90s pop, or you want to call it, indie music. I got Tap Var by Cooler Shaker, 7-inch single from 1996. So that was pretty cool to find. Again, sort of 50p, and that was from that Dagfield's place as well. On this one, it has Tap Var on side A, and then on the B side, it's Tap Var on St George's Day, which I've never heard, so that'll be interesting to have a little spin in that. And the second B side song is Dance in Your Shadows. But yeah, that's pretty cool. It's in like a cardboard sleeve. Nice vinyl again. Little alligator on the backside, so that was pretty cool. I was really happy with that. I really loved the album K. When this first came out, I was really big. Well, I really enjoy it. I still really enjoy it. It's one of the albums I play quite a lot. It's their best album they did, because I didn't really care so much for the albums afterwards, because I don't know, just K really sort of struck a chord with me. But yeah, so it's nice to get that, and I'll be looking out for K if I can find it. Again, you see it online, and actually online it's a fairly reasonable price. I think some places only asking for like a tenner for it, so that's pretty cool. So I was happy to get that. Next up, another one for my KLF 7-inch singles collection. I'm really happy about this, because I think this is probably the last 7-inch single I need to get from the band. This is from '92, by the way, and this is America, What Time Is Love. So that was pretty cool to get that. It's a little bit different to the... I have the other singles here somewhere. Am I going to get them out or not? Yeah, I think the only reason I'm trying to find it is because the artwork is slightly different on... Where are they? There you go. There you go. Yeah, so the artwork, I thought, for this, I wasn't expecting this kind of artwork. I was expecting something like that. So yeah, that was quite interesting to find that. But it's cool. I really like the KLF for that sort of early 90s dance. So yeah, it was pretty. Yeah, just cool to stumble across that, and I think that finishes my 7-inch collection of theirs. Whether I get everything on 12-inch is a different matter. If I come across it, I have one KLF on 12-inch single. I don't have any albums. I don't think they produced many albums. So yeah, and that. Oh, sorry, one more. I got the Jam when you're young. Smithers and Jones, 1978. It's pretty cool. Vinyl's in fairly good condition. I got this up at Dagfield's as well. This is on Polydor from 1979, I should say. On a nice little flip back 7-inch single. So yeah, it was pretty cool. Another one for the Jam singles. The Jam and the Style Council singles are coming along, as are my Smiths ones. So pretty happy with that. Next up, my albums that I've bought this week. Some eBay, mostly all charity shops. So one from a record shop. This one came from a record shop, and it's some more Jam. This is Jam digging the New Breed, the live recording. I really like this. I played it straight away as soon as I got home. I bought it last Friday from a record shop, actually. Magpie Music in Chippenham, which is my local record shop, which is pretty cool. But yeah, it's really cool. It's got a nice, not interview, but little quotations for the band on the back. Yeah, it was just nice to see, and it was only about £3, I think. But it doesn't have the original inner sleeve, which is slightly annoying. But if I come across it again, and it's a reasonable price, I might get it again. But yeah, that was pretty cool. Just good to hear the Jam live. It's good live recording of the Jam. So somebody's got a little coffee mug ring round there, slightly annoying. But yeah, pretty cool. Nice album. I was happy with that. These next few I did get from this Dagfield's place again. And basically what they had there, we had loads and loads of these different sort of outlets and little nooks and crannies with records in them from people who wanted to sell. And there was this big bookshop, and we went into it because mother-in-law wanted to see some books. And we walked in and walked through this sort of enclave, alcove, whatever thing you want to call it. And there was just hundreds and hundreds of records there. So there was no organisation to them whatsoever. He just there were literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of records. He said you just have to dig through. So me and the mother-in-law just started digging through and see what we could find. And yeah, we found some good stuff. Well, I certainly did anyway. So I was pretty happy. My hair is a right mess today. So yeah, first up, this is the Yardbirds, London 1963 first recordings. This actually album was released in 1981, which I thought it may have been a little bit earlier than that, but according to Discogs it's from 1981. But it's pretty cool because I currently now don't have any Yardbirds because I've just given some away to somebody in the VC. They don't know it yet, but one of the VC members is getting some Yardbirds sent to him, so it was pretty cool to get a replacement for Yardbirds. So this is my only Yardbirds album, which is cool. I mean, it's the early stuff, so that's pretty cool. And it does feature the boys on there. So you got Keith Relf, Eric Clapton, Jim McCarthy, Chris Dreasure, and Paul Samwell Smith. No Jeff Beck on this one. But yeah, it was pretty cool. And then on the back, a little biog again, track listing, and this is on L&R Records. So yeah, it was pretty cool to get that. I think that was about £4 from there. So yeah, that was cool. Next up, I was really happy to get this. I didn't know too much about this band. I'd already heard about them, but I didn't know anything about them. I didn't know who was in the band. I just heard that they were pretty good. And after doing some research, I can't believe I didn't know more about this band, because they are pretty shit hot, really. So yeah, I managed to pick up a copy of Humble Pie, Performance Rockin' the Fillmore. This is a live album, as some of you probably know. This is on the gatefold. So yeah, basically I just didn't know that this. I don't know why I didn't know this was Stevie Marriott's band after Small Faces. It's really bad. I mean, I should know that because I'm a massive Small Faces fan, and I just didn't know. I really didn't know. I'd always heard of Humble Pie, you know, but I'd never had anything of theirs, so I didn't sort of ever read the liner notes. I hadn't looked them up. But now, I mean, I'm disappointed in myself that I didn't know this. So I'm certainly really happy to get hold of this. This actually cost me £10, so not extortionate. Because I mean, I know they do go for a lot more, but this one is not in the. It's not in the best condition, but it's okay. It's good. The vinyl's pretty good. I can't see any noticeable scratches, or I haven't had a chance to play this through yet. Obviously, you can make out there's some ring wear on there. The spine's fairly in contact. Contact. No, that's not the word I'm looking for. It's not broken. That's the word I'm looking for. It's been a long weekend. So yeah, I'm really happy to get this. I just want to play it, and I will play it in a minute after I finish this. Actually, like I say, really nice gatefold, and yeah, I will certainly be learning a lot more about Humble Pie, because, like I say, I feel really disgusted with myself that I didn't know that this was Stevie Marriott's band. So yeah, that's pretty bad, Dean, because Ocean Colour Scene are massively influenced by the Small Faces, and especially Stevie Marriott and Ronnie Lane. So bad, Dino. Anyway, I'm looking forward to giving this a listen. So next up, I should have really shown this one after the Yardbirds, but this is Jeff Beck's Wired. I managed to get. I don't know any Jeff Beck either, so this was pretty cool. Yeah, this is from 1976, I believe. Yeah, 1976. I was actually chatting to. This is on Epic, by the way. Chatting to a guy whilst in the record shop, and he saw me pick up the Yardbirds one, and he said to me, "Oh, there's a Jeff Beck in there if you're interested." I was like, "Well, yeah," because you don't really see too many Jeff Becks, you know, in shops like that. You see them in record shops, obviously, but you know, sort of reduced shops. So he said, "Oh, if you want it, it's Jeff Beck's Wired, and it's an amazing album." That's what he said to me. He was an older gentleman. He said it's well worth having. He said I would have picked it up, but I already have it. So I'm really looking forward to this. And I was reading the back of this on the train when I come home, and it features Jan Hammer from the German synth piano guy that did the theme tune to Miami Vice and all that. And I think I have a bit of Jan Hammer in there somewhere. Actually, I know I have. I've got his album, and I've got the 12-inch of Miami Vice theme and Pockets theme as well, and all that good stuff. So that'll be quite interesting to hear, because I haven't heard a lot of Jeff Beck on his own. Obviously, I've heard him with the Yardbirds. I haven't heard a lot of his stuff on his own, so that'd be pretty cool. And this is in quite a good condition. Yeah, the cover's in pretty good. It still feels what I like to call square. You know, all the spine and everything's there's no sort of massive dents in it, and it feels pretty good. So yeah, I was pretty happy with that. Pretty happy. Somebody just messaged me on Facebook. Okay, cool. Right, next up, I found this early copy. I say early. It's from 1970. Beach Boys hits from Starline. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's got some of the lesser known hits on there. Well, I thought were lesser known hits. So like Little Old Lady from Pasadena, Louie Louie, Don't Worry Baby, Farmer's Daughter, Come and Your Dream Comes True. So yeah, that was pretty cool to get. I only have 1 or 2 Beach Boys albums, and I purposely picked this one up because I didn't recognise some of the tracks on it. So I thought, well, it's got Surfing USA on it, but that's not a bad tune, so I don't mind having that again. But it's on a nice flip back thing on a glossy front, so it's pretty cool. I was pretty happy with that, and I've already played this and it sounds really good. So yeah, that was good to get, and I got that from a charity shop, and it was £1.50, so that's always a good bargain to have. My next bargain of the day though has to be 24 Carat Purple by Deep Purple. Best of live. Is it best of live? Or no, it's not live. It's just sort of a best of. And I got this for £1, and it's in really good condition as well. So I was pretty happy with that. Bit of Deep Purple to go with Fireball that I have. So this is my second Deep Purple album. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Next up, one of my favourites, The Searchers. I bought this one, even though I've got a lot of the songs. I bought this because it's a part of the Golden Hour series, and I have Donovan, and I have the I have the Kinks on Golden Hour as well. And it's a nice embossed sleeve cover, like the rest of them. And this has got a fair few tracks. I mean, this has got 24 tracks on it. And there are a few on there that I haven't got, so it's pretty cool. Not songs I don't know, just a few songs I don't have on vinyl. So that was pretty cool to get that one. It's not an official release by the Searchers by any stretch, but obviously it's from this Golden Hour company, and I think they're a German. It was a German release sort of thing, German company that released all these, and I think they're from like the mid '70s. But it was pretty cool because there's no actual date on it. But yeah, it's pretty cool just to add to that Golden Hour collection of mine. Now the next one I was really happy about to get, and that is Meet the Searchers, and this is from 1963. I got this again from a charity shop, but this one is pretty well bollocksed up. The vinyl looks okay. I haven't had a chance to play it yet. Lucky enough, it's been kept in one of it's kind of padded in a sleeve, so that's actually fine. It's just that the outer sleeve is pretty bollocksed, so that's a bit of a shame. So obviously I'll be looking out for a new one of them. But this was their first album that they officially released, according to Discogs anyway. But yeah, 1963. Again, on the back, it's got a picture of all the guys on the back and a little bio again. They seem to do that on Pi a lot. I noticed that they would, any sort of for the early sort of 60s stuff like this, anybody was released on Pi, they always used to do like a little dialogue or biog or something like that. I have a Trogs album very similar, and they have the pictures and the biog, so it's pretty cool. I think it's basically just Pi trying to, sell the band and tell you what it's about. But this one says it's on a monaural, so I take it that's an early version of mono because it says mono on the actual label of the on the disc. So and from 1963, I would expect it to be as well. So that was really cool to get that. That'll be just nice to have. It's just a shame that the cover's in such bad, beat up shape. So that's a shame. Next one up, which is not in a bad way, which I'm really happy to get because I believe it's one of the best of this band's releases, and this is the Moody Blues, Question of Balance. I really love the artwork on this. There's so much going on. Yeah, it's just pretty cool, and it's the one that is randomly the gatefold, but it opens like that to that. Pretty trippy, psychedelic-y, weird and wonderful. Moody Blues is normal. 1970, I think this came out. Yeah, it really did. 1970. This is in stereo on Threshold Records. So this was good just to add to my Moody Blues collection. I only have one or two more of the earlier ones to get, and then I've collected sort of the earlier stuff, and then I've still not got a lot of the later stuff, but because I did particularly like a lot of the later stuff, so I've not really sort of had the urge to go out and get it, but the early stuff I have because I like that. Next up, I bought a soundtrack, and I don't normally buy soundtracks, but this was 50p, and this is Roy Orbison sings songs from the MGM film The Fastest Gun Alive, songs by Roy Orbison and Billy Dees. And apparently this is a film. This came out in 1967. I actually went on YouTube and see if I could find the actual film of this, and I did. And Roy Orbison stars in this film. He is the main character. He is credited. He's credited as playing the main character, and he does. And I was actually listening to a bit of it last night, and it was actually quite cool. I really liked it. I thought it might just be a bit sort of country and western, sort of a bit gimmicky, but it was actually pretty cool. And yeah, I'm going to actually sit down and watch the film and get into it. But I was really happy to find this. I actually found this in what we call a cash converters, basically just like a pawn shop. And I don't normally go in pawn shops to find records, but I've noticed a lot recently in the UK. You go into a pawn shop and there'll be a box of records. So I think even the pawn shops must be now, because they're not. I mean, not that this record's worth anything. It was a pawn. It's just like a box of records that somebody obviously brought in to see what they could get. And there was a lot of crap in there. There was a copy of Relics by Pink Floyd for a tenner, but I'd already spent quite a lot of money, and I thought, well, I'll come across Relic again sometime. But I'll pick this up because it just looked pretty cool. It's Roy Orbison, and I don't mind Roy Orbison. Well, I say I don't mind him. I really actually quite like Roy Orbison. I love his singing voice. And I just thought it was interesting that it came off of a soundtrack. So, yeah, I was pretty happy with that. Yeah, that was pretty cool. And then in the same box, they had this... oh, yeah, by the way, that's, say, 1976, and it's on mono. It's a mono copy as well, so an early one. Yeah, pretty cool on London Records. It's cool. This is going on a little bit, I'll sort of try to speed up. In the same box, they had another Roy Orbison's Greatest Hits. Again, on mono. This must have been released around about the same time, but this is on Momentum this time, Momentum Records. Again, it's like I say, it's mono pressing. Roy Orbison's Greatest Hits, a nice picture of the boy on the back. And yeah, just covering some of his greatest hits that we all know. So that was pretty cool. Next up, I saw this in a charity shop. It's the Best of Rainbow from 1981 from Polydor. Nice gatefold. I haven't really heard a lot of. I haven't heard nearly nothing of Rainbow. So my idea is, if you don't know a band, buy a best of. Noel Gallagher, I always say he's the one that I took that advice from. So I bought a best of, and I see a lot of Rainbow around, and I know a lot of people do like this band. So I just thought, well, I'll give it a shot. It was a quid, £1. I'll take a gamble on that and see what it's like. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to listening to that, just to see if it's something that I'll be interested in. Next up is Moz. I got a 12-inch copy of Suede Head. I actually paid £8 for this, so a little bit more than I would normally spend on a 12-inch single. But I really like this song. I'm really into Morrissey and the Smiths at the moment. Not because I've just been reading his autobiography, which I just have finished yesterday, and I will be doing a separate video on that if anybody's interested on my opinions on that book. But yeah, I really like Suede Head. It has been one of my favourite, and that's the only reason I really sort of paid £8. This is in really good condition as well. A little slight bit of ringway you can see, but that was pretty cool. I was really happy with that. This is on EMI Records, but I think it was released in 1988 through EMI Records, but it's got HMV on the back on there as well, so I don't know if they distributed it at the time. But yeah, I was pretty happy to get that. I played that a lot recently. Next up, talking of Mr. Noel Gallagher, I got a 12-inch single I got this off of eBay, and this is Dream On. I really like this track, Dream On, but the main reason I bought this is because it's the track that has, on the B-side, Shoot a Hole into the Sun, which is the, you'll have to explain, bear with me, because I always find it really hard to say the name of the guys that remixed it. It's Amorphous Androgynous, I think that's the way, or Future Sound of London, which is a lot easier, and this doesn't stay in the thing very well. Yeah, Future Sound of London guys under the pseudonym of Amorphous Androgynous. And this is just, if you've never heard the remix of this song by them, check it out. It's really, really cool. I posted it on Facebook and my own Facebook and YouTube. You can find a community Facebook page as well the other day, and a lot of people come back and said they really enjoyed it. But if you haven't heard it, please check it out. At least it's a really, really, really amazing version of the song. They were meant to do a whole album worth of remixes of Noel Gallagher's stuff, but they just couldn't get round to it. They had a lot of other commitments. Noel didn't have the time either, and it all kind of went a bit pear-shaped. So hopefully that might happen in the future. But yeah, it's just nice. This is really good, clean club. I mean, this is only from 2011, so really happy with this. And last but not least, something I'm a little bit excited about, purely because you just don't see a lot of this band on vinyl, and they're one of my favourite bands. They're not really a band, I must say. They're DJs, and this is the Avalanches. But this is the EP. This is the 12-inch EP of Electricity. And the Avalanches are, like I say, they're a collective of DJs who basically rely heavily on samples for their music. Their album Since I Left You, that came out in 2001, which I have on CD, it is one of my grails. I know there's a lot of talk at the moment about what concerns a grail, what is a grail. My grail is Since I Left You on vinyl, and obviously Ocean Colour Scene. Ocean Colour Scene second album, I just can't think what it's called at the moment. They're my two grails. But I just love their album that this EP comes from, which is Since I Left You. They use, on the album, they use 8,000 samples just from records. So basically they shopped in record shops, and they played and they bought records and they made it into their own music. They sampled it. They were the first band ever to get a cleared sample from Madonna, which at the time was quite a big thing. They've been working on their second album for 14 years, and I am a very frustrated Avalanches fan because I've been waiting 14 years to hear something new from them, and they have just released, they've just put out a new track. They haven't released it. I think they've just put it out into the media to get a response to see how they go, because they still say they're still waiting to clear samples for their new track, a new album. So, but this one, like I say, it's a little EP. It's got about 7-8 songs on it, so you could maybe class it as a mini album, but it's really cool. The artwork's pretty cool on each cover, these two singles, and just, yeah, really nice, really nice. And this is on XL Records out of Australia. They're an Australian band, so you have a few, it's all sort of remixes of the same song, Electricity, but it's really cool. I was really, really excited about getting this because it's just so hard to find Avalanches stuff. To buy Since I Left You on vinyl, again, it's one of those sort of £40–50 records. And now, so I know to some people that might not be a lot of money, but to me that's a lot of money. It's a lot of money to spend on a record. But it is something I'm desperately after, and I know I'm going to get it very shortly because I've already told the wife that I'm just going to. The next time some money rolls around, that's what I'm getting, because I played that CD to death. I've actually owned that CD 3 times because I think I worn it out twice, lost it once, and yeah, so it's just a great album. If you have never, some of the videos are amazing as well. Just check out the video for Frontier Psychiatrist. I can't sing their praises enough. I was watching Adam Nichols' video the other night, and he was talking about Lemon Jelly. Now, if you know Lemon Jelly, they're very similar to this kind of band, the Avalanches. So if you like Lemon Jelly or music that bands that sample quite heavily, then you'll really love the Avalanches, and I urge you to go and check it out. Like I say, the vinyl, you don't see a lot of it around, especially not at sensible prices. But yeah, just check it out on YouTube because they're great and they're really interesting, and they're doing stuff that not a lot of other people are doing. So check that out. And yeah, sorry, that's half an hour's worth of video, and I'm really sorry that that's gone on too long. But I really wanted to sort of get across what I think about those records and what I think about that last one, because I was super stoked to get that, so it was pretty cool. Alright then, so thanks very much again. Sorry this is half an hour. Didn't expect it to be half an hour, but sometimes they are. I just wanted to say happy birthday to Dean Jordan. Happy birthday, mate. I also believe I won your I was third runner-up in your competition, so thanks very much for that, mate. I really appreciate that. It was a cool competition, and hope your subs keep growing, mate. Like I said in my last video, I'm past 100 subs now, but I think I'm just going to wait until sort of New Year time for everything to calm down a little bit, and then I'll look at doing a competition for all my subs. So that's pretty cool. Look forward to seeing some new videos, and see there's some more new people knocking around on the VC. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Stop by, say hello. Yeah, cheers guys. Bye bye.